and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome to the first match review of the new year. We have entered 2020, not exactly with a spark, but more tonight with a stutter. Barça just about got over the line against Huesca. It was nowhere near as comfortable as we were expecting, as we were hoping for, as Barça again disappoint on the night, to be honest. Let's talk about it in all of its detail, as we do claim 3 important points, but can we expect more? Let's do this. Because indeed, coming into the new year, Ronald Koeman did indeed line up with 4 at the back, changing there from that 3 at the back system, went back to the traditional 4, and I do have to say today, it was more in the shape of a traditional 4-3-3 Barca formation. You had Busquets there, back into midfield, De Jong and Pedri either side of him. Dembele played predominantly from the left-hand side there, linking up with Jordi Alba. Braithwaite down the middle, and then Messi was more off to the right, although of course he did play centrally, with Des playing more advanced there on that right-hand side. And I think overall, in that first half, what we saw from Barcelona was pretty much what you expected against the team who are right now bottom of the league in Huesca. They're the team, let's not forget, who conceded the most goals as well this season, and they've just won once all season long, and we were dominant. We had full control of the ball. We spent much of that first half there in our opponent's half, and we were trying to break them down. And of course, when teams do park the bus, when they do pack their half full of men, it's not easy. We saw earlier on today, Atletico Madrid struggling to break down Alaves, and this is a very, very similar story away from home for us, but we did create a few chances early on, and they did come primarily down that left-hand side. Jordi Alba there in the opening moments with a good ball into the box there, low to the ground it was, took a bit of a deflection, actually fell there into the path of Pedri, who I thought right throughout that game, especially in the first half, he made some really good runs into the box. He arrived late in a good position, but he couldn't quite get onto that cross there. I think he didn't really expect it to get through to him, otherwise he would have scored, and straight away after that it was again another ball in from the left-hand side. Jordi Alba was the main outlet. I think we were, to be honest, too dependent on that left-hand side, and that is the danger I feel when Dembele plays on that side with Alba, because there is so much quality over there, but then we stopped using the right. You know, Des was out there, he had plenty of space throughout the game, but I felt we did try to play things too often down that left-hand side, and certainly one of the highlights of that first half was Dembele indeed. A brilliant run there, picking up the ball inside his own half, driving through Huesca, demonstrating all of that pace, all of that quality on the ball. He eventually plays it into Braithwaite, who moves it onto Pedri, and Dembele does get the ball back, but it's deflected behind there for a corner kick. But I thought Dembele was impressive in that first half and right throughout the game. He was the outlet there, getting in behind Huesca and looking to make things happen, but as we're going to come on to, he should have scored in this game. But our first goal, and in the end of course, our only goal of the game, came just before the half-an-hour mark, and it was a moment of brilliance really from Messi, and in the end again, that's what it's come down to in this game. It's Messi there who sees a brilliant pass into the path of Frenkie de Jong. It's a brilliant cross in there. De Jong coming on to meet it, and this reminded me really of his finish last season in a very similar area and a very similar style to his goal against Real Betis. He was coming onto it there, really good finish, taking it in the air, taking it on the volley, and De Jong arriving in the right place at the right time. And in the end, like I say, that was our only goal, the goal that won us the game, and I don't really think any of us were expecting that. And I think, to be honest, guys, when you do go away from this game, when you're looking at trying to analyse the performance, yes, we have got a very important 3 points, and I will certainly take that here to start the new year, and it's important that we did get the win tonight, simply for that fact only. But I think when you look at that second half, that's where, for me, I'd start to say, where did the intensity go? Where did any sort of drive to get that second goal, to get a third goal, to really try and put this game away and take all those points and make sure of it? We just didn't see that from Barca. This, like I say, is a team in Huesca who've conceded goals for fun this season, yet Barca, we couldn't add to that tally, and we didn't want to add to that tally, and it actually got to the point there in the second half where for some of it we were hanging on. Huesca was starting to come forward. Ter Stegen was called into action on a number of occasions. He made some good saves there, and certainly we did have to defend at times. And then Ronald Koeman even brought on Mingueza for Serginho Dest. He brought on Pjanic there for Busquets. Griezmann came on as well. Didn't have too much of an impact, any of the subs I didn't feel, but in the end of the game we actually kept the ball there around the corner flag. Dembele took it down to the left-hand left-hand side. We were trying to keep the ball there in the final minutes just to protect that 1-0 lead. And I'm just thinking here, we're playing a team who are bottom of the league. We had chances again in this game to kill the game off. Dembele was guilty of that. He was played in by Pedri. Good opportunity for him, one that he couldn't take. Messi as well had chances in front of goal. I thought Messi was probably quiet tonight, by his very high standards, although he did, of course, create the goal, like I say. But I just think Barca, we are lacking goals right now. We are lacking the ability, the instinct, the clinical nature in front of goal to actually take a game to a team. And against the bottom of the league side tonight, we didn't do enough, and we didn't seem to want to. And I just don't know why. Because Barca do seem to be a very strange team right now. Some games they could be really in the mood. I think you look at the game against Valladolid when Messi and Pedri were combining. We looked like scoring goals for fun and everything was nice and fluid. Everything there was nice and energetic. And then you've got a game like tonight. We take the lead in the first half, but then we just fall away. And you're just wondering here, what is Koeman saying to those players? Is he going back in there now and saying, you know what, everything is fine. We got the 3 points, well played. Or is he actually saying, you know what, that's not good enough. We could have drawn that game. And then again, he'd be under pressure. I think Koeman right now has to be saying to these players, we need more. We need to do more than just get over the line. Yes, we want the points. Yes, of course, we want to move up the table. But if you want to be mixing it with the big boys, if you want to talk about title challenges, if you want to talk about the Champions League, we've got to be doing better in terms of creating chances and, most importantly, finishing those chances, which again tonight for me, that let the performance down, and it wasn't exactly the way we wanted to kick off this brand new year. But, like I say, given the fact that this weekend we've already seen many of the top teams in action, the likes of Real Madrid, they've beaten Celta, Atletico Madrid have beaten Alaves there in the final moment, thanks to Luis Suarez. This was a game we needed to win, but now, all the focus, it goes to midweek. Away at Athletic Club, a place that we never ever find it easy to go. That's a big challenge, and that is a big test. So let's wait and see how we do. And I think in particular, guys, I do want to know today your thoughts on that performance overall. Yes, in terms of the result, I'm sure that, like me, you're very, very happy there that we've got the 3 points. But in terms of that display, what did you make of it tonight? What did you feel about what you saw right there? I think many people on social media as well, looking at the replies to my tweets and stuff like that, I think the general feeling was boredom. And that is the worst possible feeling when watching Barca. Over the last few seasons, time and time again, we found ourselves sitting there thinking, you know what? This is boring. That is such a bad insult to this team and to this club. And it should not be associated with Barca. We want to win, but we also want to be entertained. And we have to do better. As a team, we really, really do. So let me know all of those thoughts down below. Of course, in midweek, we will go again. And hopefully, that level can be raised. I'll see you soon, guys. And I thank you indeed for joining me here, even if, again, it wasn't the most compelling contest. I'll see you soon. Bye until next time. As always, Huesca, el Barça.